everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Renata and this is Running in Style. Today's video is all about my KBPattern swap with ZoeSews. Now, if you don't know about the KBPattern swap, it's part of a Sienna's of kittenish behaviors idea earlier this year. She came up with it, and there are a few other people that are taking part. I know she also has a KBPattern swap for the holiday season. It's the KB Secret Santa swap, something along that line. I will leave a link to her channel in the description box, as well as ZoeSews. So earlier this year, around summer, Zoe and I connected, and I sent her a pattern and she sent me one. It is the Sew Over It Doris Dress, which is back there. I'm gonna go through and just tell you that my first version just about killed me. I wanted to die. I really had issues with that pattern, and I don't think it's the pattern. I think it was more my fabric that was just not appropriate for it. Now I hated it so much that I chopped it. I just couldn't deal with it. It turned me off so much. It really hurt in terms that I was so frustrated with it. I don't know what went wrong with me. I was worried that, why can't I figure this out? Why is this turning out so terrible, so bad? I did it exactly as the pattern said. I followed all the instructions, everything was right. It just didn't feel right on me. At first I was like, well, maybe this is just not my style, and I dislike it. And I went back and I looked at everything, and it was just such a frustrating experience the first time I made that pattern that I really didn't want to go back to it. But I've seen so many good reviews and I've seen so many cute versions that I was like, wow, what am I doing wrong? What is it about this pattern that I probably don't like or just isn't me? So I do like the buttons that are in front. That was okay, and I didn't mind doing that. What I disliked was the underarm zip. I know that I have made that in the past and I always quarrel with myself. I dislike patterns that have that zipper. It's like so weird, like you have to kind of go through like this and then get here. Like, what's the point of that? I just hate it. And I think for this pattern, the grown-on sleeve is so short that there wasn't a lot of room for me to do anything. There was no room for error, and the fabric that I used previously was just horrible. So yeah, I just crossed that out. I'm like, if I'm going to make this, I'm making it my way. I do love the skirt half of this dress. It's really pretty. It's totally a spinning dress. It flows and folds really nice, so I like that. When I decided to redo this dress, I decided to attack it my way. I got rid of side zipper because I don't like it. I like zippers in the back, so I just did what made me feel comfortable, and I put the zipper in the back. I was being very lazy here, so I did not add the buttons to the front. I didn't even put fake buttons in the front. I felt like I was kind of pressed for time, and Zoe was so kind and she had hers completed, and everything just kept, you know, falling against me. So I decided to scrap that idea with the buttons because it takes a little time to line those things up. So I got rid of it, and I just made it a nice, you know, scoop neck in the front. I left it as is. I just got rid of that extra inch or whatever that was in the original pattern, and I put my zipper in the back, and everything fit nicely. It worked out really well. What I did do was I faced everything on the inside. The entire front is faced. Let me go grab that and I can show you all. So I lined the entire inside as well as the zipper. So the entire front is lined, the neck is lined, just to make things easier. And the fact that this grown-on sleeve is so short, you know, I didn't want to mess around trying to sew a seam on the end there, so I just did a hand stitch over here on the inside, right there. So I hand stitched it and I just lined the top of it. It was just a lot easier for me that way, and then the dress turned out really good. So in the end, I didn't have the appropriate fabric for the first version that I made, and yeah, I wasn't prepared in that respect. But once I decided the things that I liked and I didn't like about the pattern, everything else went really well. They all lined up, it turned out good. So I'm happy with the dress. At first I was just not about it. I was like, I'm never making this dress again, it's gonna drive me insane, I'm done with that thing. But I decided to sleep on it, take a breather, look at what I was doing wrong, what I didn't like. And in the end, I just switched it up to my satisfaction. And it turned out really good. I like the fit. It's not a bad dress at all. It's so comfortable. I apologize for the ranting, but I had a very frustrating time dealing with that. It was just so horrible. But I switched it up, and maybe I will go ahead and add buttons, like mock buttons down the front for this pattern. I do plan to steal this skirt for other projects because I love it, and overall I thought it was really an eventful project for me. Nice. And if I do this, I'm always going to put a back zipper because my personality and my feelings is I don't like anything with zippers under the arm unless it's absolutely necessary. I feel like if the sleeve was a little bit longer, that I wouldn't have any reservations to go and attack it that way. But in the end, overall, it turned out really good. I'm happy I tried it. It's always good to try things again and do it a second time, because you get a different view of it and you see things differently, you remember things that didn't go right the first time and you work around it, and then you create your own fail-proof steps to make it less stressful for yourself. So there you have it. This is the Doris Dress by ZoeSews and part of the KBPattern swap. All the information and everything I stated will be listed in the description box. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.